I'm very pleased to speak with Mr. Chao Chin Tung, the chairman of CTBC Bank, actually a bank that I've always known as China Trust Commercial Bank. And you took over the chairmanship since the late Jeffrey Koo passed away in 2012. Was that a big feat to fill, and how has it been in the time that you've been chairman?
That was a sad moment, when I took the place as used to be Dr. Jeffrey Koo. When he passed away, he been contributed to this bank for so many years. He created it from scratch. And when I took the office, actually the bank already became very much international one. So everybody knows the challenge recently in the international operation should be the compliance issue. This one connect each other. There's no gap, no seamless. This is actually seamless. So when especially in the financial institution, when you're making the deal, this is called the cash flow actually is like water everywhere. So you cannot tell which one is which. So that means you cannot get away from those other countries' compliance issue or the other countries' policy.
Rules.
So you need to fit all these things. So those are quite a complicated and difficult job actually compared to used to be.
But at the time you became chairman, the bank had actually had very strong management. One of the interesting characteristics I remember about China Trust is the fact that it was a very professionally run bank, domestic bank, that could actually stand against the foreign banks coming into the country. Citibank's first countries to attack in the 1990s was countries like Taiwan, and China Trust was able to hold that. And that was because of the quality of the people you have.
Yeah.
So where are these people now?
Still there. Yeah, this is gradually from the young man become the middle age, even the old like me. The most successful thing is our late chairman Jeffrey Koo. They so much emphasize the human resource. When they start from scratch, they use a different strategy compared to the other local bank. They want to hire the young men, have the vision, and they can survive in the international environment. And so they promote it. They get into the different financial institutions, get the training, and also in the like Warden, they also send an employee to the Warden school to get the management skill. So this is kind of things has been doing for so many years. So we have a very solid management team, and they are still in it.
And then actually you're also an exporter of management skills. A number of people in Taiwan and even in China are actually China Trust managers. So you're not just good for yourself, but you are an exporter of talent.
Well, they call us like a city in Taiwan. Yeah, the city called used to be a lot of people, right. And they are float around in every bank. So they call us just like another city.
Yeah, that's right. But what are some of the challenges that you face today that are different from 2012?
I think after 2008, the whole world, the environment changed a lot. People are the first thing every government aiming is consumer protection, so-called consumer protection. That make a lot of difficulty when you're running a financial institution. Well, especially the political environment in this world is also becoming different. There's a lot of terrorist issues.
Yeah.
So American emphasize the money laundering. They want to protect all the decent people and from the threat from those. So we take the resource out. So that we add a lot of pressure to as a bank to make
Controls, operational risk.
Operation. It's a very difficult.
So you spend a lot of time on operations.
Yeah, right. That's I think the most serious changes like this.
But what about the balance sheet and the market share of your core businesses? Because today, when you think Taiwan, you think Taishin Bank, you think some of the other banks that have come up quite well. What's the nature of competition today? Can a China Trust hold its own?
CTBC just like a well-developed country in Taiwan, and all the others, probably most of the others like emerging.
Oh, okay. Still emerging.
So this is a very clear compare.
Okay.
So they probably have a whole very rapid growth rate, but it's actually for the market share and the other skill is
still with CTBC. Still puts CTBC very far in front. On the retail front, a lot of what you grew in the early days focused on credit cards. And today, I think it's more wealth management. What is your primary product driver in the bank? The successful products that helps you to acquire customers and keep customers.
In our bank, we separate these credit card to the payment division, and the wealth management is belong to the other division. Actually, for the past several years, the wealth management actually represent the half of the profit, not only revenue, half of the profit of the bank. But the credit card, getting tough and tough. People know because the customer segment is so difficult to control, and they were getting on the all kind of champagne every other month.
That's right. So what used to be a profit driver today is like a millstone around your neck.
Yeah.
Because
and also the government also control you cannot charge that kind of interest.
Right. Right. So that strategy has evolved. What are some of the ways in which you motivate your staff? What's some of the goals that you've given your staff to achieve?
Right now, we, as I mentioned yesterday, we have more than 100 operations in overseas, in 15 countries. So that's our goal. We cannot stay within domestic and compete with each other with very limited source. So that's why we have to go explore the overseas resource and getting the piece of cake in every way. That's the way we should do. We enlarge your financial service in every way. That's why we acquired 100% acquired the Japanese bank, and recently we have acquired Malaysia, and also we have Indonesia, Singapore, Vietnam,
and all this
Philippines.
All this has not changed your cost-to-income ratio very much. It's more like in the high 50s, so almost 60% cost-to-income ratio. Are you sometimes afraid that the costs will go up?
As long as you still put in your mind all the time that we will still have the control. We have a target every year, so you need to do something on it. So how much is your capital cost, and how much you're going to spend on the expense in the daily life, and so sort of things. You need a lot of job to do that. Then, in that way, to achieve the goal, we're going to make the profit for the shareholders.
Yes. So, in terms of the acquisitions that you've made, which are the most successful ones that you're happy with? Successful acquisitions.
Well, I mean, so many subsidiaries and branch over there. I could not say the most successful. I would say because recently the whole world situation is very difficulty, so everywhere we need a special effort to doing that. So, there's no shining star right now. No.
Okay. It's hard work every day.
Yeah, you need to do a lot of things.
It's hard work every day.
Right.
And how's the business environment in Taiwan evolving? Because there was a time when Taiwan was growing very strongly, but today many things are not very strong. The stock market isn't strong. The small business segment is not exactly doing well, and also the large corporates in Taiwan, they have multiple sources of funding and multiple sources of financial services.
Well, ironically, if you only look at the picture in Taiwan, you will get the impression like this.
Okay.
But since all the Japanese, all the Taiwanese are
Outside.
around the world,
Yeah.
they're doing the business in the other way.
Okay, so follow your customer.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So if you just like our bank,
Yeah.
we have so many operations overseas.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
the expansion all this business.
What percentage of your total income is foreign, like overseas income?
You can say that either is like 5 billion is our trade with all around the world. 60% came from the Asian country. So this is we're going to have. That's why I say we are maintaining a very good relationship with all the Asian country. That will be our resource.
Okay.
To acquire.
Do you
for the
see
future.
China as a potential connect that you can? But you've had a couple of false starts in China. So, you've done joint ventures in China before?
No, we have a branch there. But we're going to try to acquire one subsidiary is over there, existing bank over there. Still under the process. It's not finished, accomplished yet.
Right.
Yeah. But we try to make that market very carefully. But nevertheless, this is a big market.
Right.
You have to take a look at that.
So you got to choose what part of the market you want to build, right?
You mean in China?
China.
It's retail institution finance as well.
So the potential is there, and at the same time, you need to be focused in making sure that you don't run out of cost. Of course. This is a big market.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of resource we can use and we can do.
Yeah. What is the future of Taiwan in your opinion, in terms of as a country, as a society, and whether it belongs, has a relationship with China?
Yeah, we are actually. I like to call for the older Asian countries should be give us a more support to join the party.
Right.
As everybody enjoying it. Like TPP, okay. Why don't you join together? Our people can really provide a lot of supporting for the infrastructure, all these kind of operations.
Right.
We like to do that.
Right. But in terms of pushback, like difficulty that you have today that you probably didn't have 10 years ago, what are some of those difficulties?
I don't think there's a pushback. It's many years ago. We don't even have a door on it. But right now we have many ways to make a communication.
Yeah.
So it's much better than before.
Right. And is China going to be one aspect of growing your business? Like you have market share ideas to fulfill. So you're going to be a lot invested in China.
You mean our bank?
Yeah.
Our bank investment is limited. We're going to acquire the subsidiary and the expansion of our business there. But the investment is just
enough to
limited.
make it happen. Yeah. In terms of liberalization and consolidation, do you think it will ever happen in Taiwan? The banks being consolidated and also banks voluntarily.
The media and the government has been talking this topic so many years.
Yeah.
But it's just like a marriage. You have to find a suitable one to fit your need. This is not something. The trend is if the market is still getting worse and worse, there probably some small one or medium cannot survive.
Right.
We'll be ready for that.
Yeah. So you have a good sense of where you're going and what you want to achieve.
Of course.
If the economy is slow, sometimes it's very hard to get a good sense. So.
But you got to have a confidence for the future.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you cannot survive.
Yeah, that's right. But sometimes when I go to Taiwan these days, I find that in some areas people feel like there's nothing more that they can do because the skill set has reached a certain level, and you can't really improve on something. You can innovate or you can come up with new ideas, but you can't grow the business. This is the challenge in Taiwan.
There's people sometimes some individuals have this narrow mind. That's why we say that our future is the whole world, especially in Asia. And if we're limited in that small place, we only are 23 million people. This is a very limited market.
Yeah. So are you a big believer in the use of innovation such as mobile technology and devices as opposed to traditional banking?
That's got to be very careful. People are looking at China, so this is got to be the trend. But in China, they have their own reasons.
Their own problems. Yeah.
It's not on the problem. They can use this tool to penetrate to the rural area easily.
Yeah.
Otherwise, probably they can sell things to the in the inland. Cannot sell them to so easy.
Yeah.
But this is nothing.
Yeah.
Compared to like a country like us.
Right. It was just more mature and been there and
you got to be very careful. The security.
So security is an important feature of being Taiwan in the context of China and Greater China.
No. I mean the electronics.
Electronic,
Those are security.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you a believer in innovation?
Of course.
Yeah. What are you doing? What are you working on right now?
You mean the banking business?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to acquire all the technology which relate to anything in the financial service. But other than that, you need to have the innovative thinking about how the customer evolution, their behavior. That you have to follow that. You're doing the business with the customer segment. That's what you have to hear from them. It's not only from we are thinking about probably this is good for the customer. Not so.
It's interesting to hear you say good for the customer. Is that because you're an executive chairman or non-executive?
Pardon me, what that?
Is your position as chairman, is that executive or non-executive?
We don't have the name like executive or non-executive.
Everyone is a worker.
It kind of mix, okay, yeah.
It kind of mix position.
It kind of mix.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't do the daily business.
Okay.
We don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you provide leadership, you provide direction, you provide process, which is the decision-making process.
If you're doing things right, you can be the leader. Otherwise, they won't listen to you.
Right.
They will argue with you.
Right. And if you do things right, you don't have to do too many things. You need to be just focused on getting your message across.
Yeah, get the looking the broad way, higher levels.
Right.
Yeah.
And in that kind of position, how do you handle competition, which requires decision-making very quickly? In a competitive environment, making decisions quickly is very important. But if you are one step removed from the bank's process, it adds the time it takes to come up with a decision or a strategy.
But all you need is just watch your colleague doing the steps. How fast they are doing. How right they are doing. All you need is doing that. You don't interfere every day.
Right.
But when you're looking at it, they're in the right trend within the accepted steps, they'll be fine.
Right.
You let them do it.
Right. In the consolidation in Taiwan's banking industry, do you see that consolidation will mean job losses at all in the next few years?
Usually, see what kind of two parties. If if the lower level skilled merged by the high levels, probably they will lose the job. But we didn't face any serious problem before. They probably will lose a job from this bank, but the lot of other banks will hire them because they are still skilled people.
Is China Trust a preferred employer, meaning you do get good students and good flow of graduates coming to join China Trust? It's a good flow.
Right.
Yeah?
Right. We're doing that every do the campaign in the campus.
And you're happy with the kind of quality of students that you get who become full-time staff and so on, right? So, and finally, the question is, as someone who's in a position of chairman, what are some of the tools that you use to manage your staff? In terms of managing your staff, do you think that person-to-person contact is better, or are you comfortable with electronic medium or electronic communications?
Person-to-person contact is very important.
Okay.
You know those guys' personality, and you know how much he will accept when you make a suggestion to him.
Right.
Some people, perception is very high, and they probably don't accept you. So when you know this person well, you know how to manage him.
Right.
Probably someone just straightforward, someone you have to turn around and give the.
It seems to me that a lot of Taiwanese banks are very strong on dollar deposits or the dollar business.
Dollar business? Yeah.
Yeah, and then you become a net exporter of dollars to other countries.
No, this is going to be changing. The renminbi is going to be very ambitious that become
So you do believe in renminbi?
Yeah, sure.
But do you believe in autonomy for Taiwan? The ability to be free of any forces around?
In the future, I believe so. Yeah.
Right.
But be careful. RMB is on the way.
Yeah.
Okay. It's nothing you can say no. This is
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Chao Chin Tung, for giving us a glimpse of how you are in the bank, and also a glimpse about where Taiwan is today. Maybe one very last question really is that the support for the small business community in Taiwan. Are you actively involved in that business?
Oh yeah. We have a section called the Small Medium Business Unit. They're special for those.
So you do originate?
Yeah, we're doing it. We've been doing very successfully.
Okay.
Yeah. This is our job.
Okay. Good. Thank you very much, Mr. Chao.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.